Hey, my name is Alex Emmons. This is my story. When I was 18, I volunteered to work on a sailboat, and we were sailed from San Diego to New Zealand. And while we were sailing, we stopped on an island called Rarotonga. And while we were stopped on the island, I turned 19, so we had a big birthday celebration, which involved a lot of drinking and also involved renting sports cars that we could drive around on the island while we were there. And I went out the next morning after the party in the car to this beach to write in my journal, and I wrote, I don't know if there's a God or not, but I believe in writing. It makes me feel a lot better, and this is what I do, and this is what I believe in. So I got back in the car to drive back to my ship, and I was driving extremely fast, probably 60 or 70 miles an hour, and I came around turn in the road, and right there in front of me, like less than 100 feet away, there was 200 or 300 people just standing in the road. So I kicked the brake, and the car started fishtailing wildly all over the place. People were leaping for their lives. And when it came to a stop, the car was immediately surrounded by these huge Islander men who looked like they were going to beat me to death, literally. And I'd been going so fast, I couldn't even tell if I had hit anyone or not. I assumed I had hit multiple people. I thought that I might have even hit dozens of people. I really didn't know. And I looked up to my left, and I saw this big white church, and I'm not making this up at all. And I thought that was really coincidental at the time. It really weirded me out. But I was more focused on all the men who were about to really beat me up. But a man came through the crowd and calmed everyone down, and he introduced himself to me as the pastor of the church and also the chief of police. And I assumed I was going straight to jail because I was essentially drinking and driving because I was still drunk. The car wasn't even rented in my name. It was rented in my friend's name, so I guess it was a stolen car. And then it was reckless driving on top of that. And at the time I wore glasses and contacts, and I didn't even have those in, so I was really being stupid. So I figured I was going to jail, and they were going to maybe beat me up too. I couldn't tell. Maybe they were going to beat me to death, and no one would ever find out because we were out in the middle of nowhere. But the pastor pulled me aside, and he started asking me questions, and I really began to freak out because I was feeling all this anxiety and pain rushing through my body, and I was also feeling, at least I thought in my head, all the suffering I had caused, all the people who were out there in the crowd who were the family members of the people I had killed. And that's when the pastor told me, well, actually no one was killed. In fact, no one was hurt at all. And to this day, that's got to be a miracle because there's no way I was able to control that car on my own given the circumstances of being so messed up and driving so fast and the people showing up out of nowhere. It was absolutely a miracle.